Hey ladies and gentlemen, this is Exterminator, and here is another Heart of the Swarm custom game of Starcraft 2, like I promised in my last video. And this time I'm playing Terran, as you can see here, and this is a 2 vs 2. I didn't really want to do one, but for what I wanted to show, Metalopolis was probably the best map, and I could not for the life of me find the 1 vs 1 version of this. I don't know if they got rid of it or I'm just a total noob and can't figure it out, but either way, it is a 2 vs 2, and it's not the best, but I did get to show, I think, all of you new units, and I did get to show a couple demonstrations of the Shredder, which I really wanted to show, and I do get some I do get the Big Thor, and what are they? Are they Battle Hellions, or are they the other? I forget what they're called, but one of the other mech units, and I don't do a lot with them, so I don't know. Like, you do get to see them and stuff, but if it's not really what you guys were looking for, just let me know down in the comments. You know, just let me know if you would like me to do a new one for the Terran, like if I maybe a 1 vs 1 on a different map or something where I can demonstrate them better. But hopefully this does show you something. And this is like a 20-minute game. Again, some parts are kind of slow, so I'm gonna fast forward some of these parts, and we are against 2 Zergs here. So actually I'm going to yeah, I think I'm going to fast forward right here for a bit, because right now it's really just building up, and Terran is probably my worst race, so I don't really do a lot aggressively. That's one of the problems when I play Terran, is I'm not aggressive at all, so I'm sorry about that. But I do scout over here, and I'm just giving my ally some information, and Green's poking up here with some Zerglings, and I start my factory because I obviously want my mech units and such. So I'm just waiting here, building my factory, and I'll put an add-on here because I need that. And yeah, he asked if I'm almost ready, and I said soon, but again, like I said with Terran, I'm so bad at macroing them. I just, like, I can't even macro. So I take like forever to build units. So here's the Shredder, which I'm building. I'll go ahead and slow this down to ×2, and then I'll go to normal. And we see my ally here is expanding, and the Zerg are kind of standard here. Green is going for a Spire, but eventually they both get Swarm Hosts. That's kind of the thing to do with Zerg in this game. And you see I have a medevac because I want to do a drop with this, and here we go. So Green has a huge pack of Zerglings here, and I'm a noob and almost lose a command center because I place it here and don't notice it's being attacked until my ally tells me. So yeah, like I said before, I'm awful at Terran, like so bad. I'm pretty sure like a level 80 bronze could beat me when I'm Terran. But we see Green here is getting a Viper and some Mutas and Swarm Host, and what the, oh, Locust, okay. Red already has some Swarm Hosts, so yeah, he says left, it's being attacked, and you see, here we go. The Shredder, it just killed, like, how many, that was a lot of drones. How many drones was that? That was, I guess I can't check how many were killed, but, it is definitely a lot. And so you see it burrows here, and it's still visible. So even though it burrows, it's still visible to the enemy, but it does area of effect damage. You see my queen, the queen's attacking it, but I mean, it has 180 HP, and it just that fast. It took the queen down to below half health. So, I mean, this is a really strong drop unit. It does take a little bit to burrow, as you saw, but once you get it there, it's pretty damn good. And you see swarm host. Now that's a good idea, using a swarm host. And I think I kind of forget about it here. Oh, I lift it up and I bring it over to here to kill these drones, and I think that's the end of its life. Poor thing. And we see my ally here's doing storm. Side storm, okay. And yeah, so it just slaughtered those drones. So yeah, it's doing effect all in here, so whatever just spawned there, it's killing them. And I mean, this is just ridiculous. Like, it does so much damage. And at some point I do try to drop one here, but he has a spine crawler, which is a shame because that would have been a massacre. And I went ahead and repaired up my command center. I built a factory, and I think I'm just trying to get some supply here because I don't have enough. Oh no, I need a fusion core for the Thor. And I built another shredder. We see red here. Let's go ahead and look at units. So yeah, we see red has 2 swarm hosts and a viper. Green has 1 swarm host and a viper. They do get more a bit later. They're both have a good amount of zerglings. And my ally here is just going stalkers. Probably not the best idea against zerglings and swarm hosts, but oh, we still did pretty good. I am doing pretty good on my upgrades. I have 1, and I'm researching level 2 attack here. Oh, and speaking of which, there was just an upgrade, or not an upgrade, sorry. I'm kind of out of it. It's the morning, but a update for Starcraft this morning when I went to log on. So I checked. There were just some general bug fixes. I never read those, and the only balance things is if you're a Protoss, you'll probably be happy about this. They reduce the cost of basically all weapon and armor upgrades for Protoss. I think it's like all ground armor and attack upgrades, level 1 through 3, same with air. I think they reduced them by what was it? I think like 50 minerals each and 50 gas each or something. They really did decrease the cost, so not that Protoss needs another boost, but nice, it's Mutas in here. But yeah, so they did make that update. And if you're Protoss, I'm sure you'll be quite happy about that. So you can see I'm a noob. I have 27 SCVs between 2 bases. I should have like 50. So I'm not very good as Terran at all. You see he has a swarm host here. And that's one thing. With swarm hosts, they only work once they burrow. And like if you watch my Zerg video, you'll know that. But it's kind of pointless to have them like this. Like, I guess if there's a scout or they're moving out, it's good because you can scout it and get a little damage in, but like, I don't know. I feel like it's just a little bit pointless. Yeah, so my ally's like, well, are you ready to move out? And I'm just like, I have a puny army and it gets annihilated. But I have my medevac loaded up, so I'm gonna try to go for another drop. And you'll see, I think after this tank I make Thors, or a Thor, seeing as you can only make the 1, but these things are like massive and beast. So he's getting a little harassed from mutas, and the mutas come over here, almost kill this tank, but my marines do some good damage. And he flies away. So they now have this like whole side of the map taken. They're doing pretty good with macro. And let's see here. Okay, I do decide to move out, and I kind of fail You can see my APM is like the lowest. Terran's not my thing. But I am moving out here with a clump of Marines and a couple more, or one more rather, and you'll see they get destroyed pretty fast. Yeah, so he sends his lings out, and I get kind of backed into a corner and then just dead. But, yeah, I think I'm waiting on, I don't know what I'm waiting on for this. And yeah, he basically just killed everything. I do manage to kill a Viper though, which is good. So I'm running away because all my Marines are almost dead, and I don't want to deal with those swarm hosts. My ally here is making some Colossus. He does have quite a few. He should be getting that attack upgrade that really does help Colossus. They benefit a lot from it. And now you see I'm making a Thor. So let's go ahead and fast forward here a little bit. Nothing much happens. We see red here going to take this watchtower, and he has a whole ton of burrowed banelings. Okay, and you see green moving out, or swarm host here, but luckily I have my tank station in a position to destroy them pretty fast. And we see here blue is attacking, and he's telling me to get green, which is a really good move. I do decide to head out here in just a second, and my Thor is about to pop. You'll see he is massive. Not sure how he can fit out this little entrance here. Maybe he's like, I don't know how. Maybe they package him up and put him together real quick outside, but boom, there we go. And does he say Thor is here? That makes me sad if he doesn't, but yeah, with just one, upgrade 1, 70 damage times 2, so that's a ton of damage, and range 7, that's pretty good. And weapon speed 1 point. So yeah, pretty damn good. And they did take the air attack away though from Thor's, so that's a pretty big thing, because Thor's used to be a big counter to mutas, but now not so much. And we see blue is moving in here. Here's a new unit, the Tempest. They do some good damage, 35 and 22 versus air. They actually look pretty cool too, but he's doing some good damage. And here we go, I'm making a Warhound. And I did forget because I think if you build a Hellion, it can turn into something. there's another unit you can get, and I was a noob and forgot it, but he's still rallying these over here, which again, it's kind of waste. I mean, there's an infinite supply, but still, come on, man. These poor guys are getting slaughtered. Poor little hydras. Okay, so here's the Warhound. It looks pretty cool. I think that'll add a new thing to the mech. This actually reminds me like a lot of something you could get in Mech Warrior. If you've ever played that game, that's a really, really fun game. In fact, it's like identical. Huh. And the thing it looks like in Mech Warrior is called a Thor, and it didn't look like that, but anyway, it doesn't do a lot. Damage versus air is 5, and then versus light is 8. So I mean, if you have several of them, they could do some pretty good damage to mutas. They do have 1 armor and 260 health. And then their weapon speed is pretty fast. It's the same as Marines, and they do 11 damage and 22 versus mechanical. So that's pretty good. See, blue here is finishing off red. Red is basically just out of this game, like, entirely. And how are his upgrades? He does have 2 armor. I guess that's pretty good against swarm hosts maybe, but I don't know. So I do take this gold expansion, and I see a glimpse of these heading over here, and I like just now noticed it, even though he's been doing it like the whole game. So I move some guys over here, and you'll see this guy pretty damn fast, and obviously does some good damage. So I would think if you got +3 weapons, it would probably do like, what is that, 13, 14 maybe? And I mean, this guy I think with +3 would do like 75 or something. So you see I do move out here, and it's really not that entertaining. This is basically the end of the game. So I mean, you did get to see the Shredder in action to an extent. You did get to look at the pretty Thor and War Hound. But if you would like to see like just kind of a better one, just like where I show more of the new units, go ahead and post down in the comments if that's something you'd like to see. I'd be glad to do that. But I'll probably do a Protoss one next and then a new one if that's what you want. But I'm sorry if this was kind of boring, but I don't know. Like, I had just played for almost half an hour in this game. I didn't really want to do another one right then, and I thought, well, I did get to use some of the new units, so I'll go ahead and upload this. But oh, you see right there, I did use the nuke type ability here. Dealing 200 damage, 300 to structures for 12 seconds, which is really good. I mean, that's like beast. So, or it's over the duration of 12 seconds. So I don't think that's 200 each time. That would be ridiculous. But yeah, the gameplay is over, and I hope you did learn some stuff and enjoy it. That drone slaughtering was pretty fun. So thank you so much for watching, and please give me some feedback on whether you would like me to do a new one or not. And yeah, thanks again. I will see you guys in my next video.